good? What's good? What's good, Cowboys Nation? Hey, what's going on? Happy Wednesday, happy hump day, whichever day you prefer to call it to. Welcome to Starchasers, Girls Talk Ball. Of course, you know my name is Mickey, Cravin Cowboys, and this is my girl Star.
What's up, guys? So excited. Happy hump day, like Mickey said. We're glad to be here with you guys this week. Sorry we missed last week. If you follow me on social media, you'll know I was at training camp last Wednesday.
Yes.
And so that was super duper fun. I got a lot of videos and clips, and I'm going to be posting those videos and clips. Hi, Niecy. Glad to see you now that we know who's on the roster. Just to get us pumped for the season, because me and Mickey was talking behind the backstage, and I think some of us might have been a little bit distracted, but we do have a whole season to play, guys. You know, we have a possible Super Bowl to win this year. Just want to remind everybody of that. Hey, Etta, glad to see you guys tonight. But go ahead, Mickey.
Yeah, what's up, everyone? Glad to see everybody in the chat. Like you said, welcome, Niecy. Welcome, Dak owns Filthy. Yes, he does. Once again, just prepare for Dak to once again sweep the division. You know, go ahead, prepare for that. Starting week 1 and going forward. You know the usual.
It's a sweep, just like we did in 2021. It's a sweep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Welcome, Kevin Richards. What's going on? Like I said, welcome to the chat. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Hope you guys are all work right now, chilling, enjoying the night. It's a full moon. Be careful out there. And prayers to anybody. Hopefully, you guys are right down in Georgia, Florida. Anybody affected by the hurricane? Had anybody affected over there in California? I had a brother over there in San Diego. Hopefully, anybody going through just some rough time,
Right. Prayers to you guys in Florida, California, like you said. Prayers. What's up, Jay? Glad to see you guys tonight. Please like and share this video before we get into the content. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. If you haven't, if you're viewing right now, please subscribe to both of our YouTube channels, because we both put out great, awesome content. That's why we decided to join forces. Appreciate that from you guys. Also, turn on your notification bells as well, so that you guys always know when Star and Mickey are going live to get updates and our thoughts regarding what's going on with the team.
Yep, and make sure you guys, we go live around the same time every week, Wednesday, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. So if you guys ever miss a show, guys know what time and day to tune in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so like Star was saying, crazy, of course, the week, start off with the trade, of course, just some crazy new Cowboys things, it's crazy how many, moves we making in this offseason, Star. Like this is very, very new Cowboys this year, very 2023 Cowboys, huh?
Right. This is 2023 Cowboys. We definitely moving different. Definitely some things that we have not done in years.
Starting off with the picks we gave up for Brandon Cooks.
Right. Stephon Gilmore.
Maybe even last year when we gave that pick up for Jonathan Hankins.
Yep. Like we've been willing and dealing. Of course, we're gonna talk about the big acquisition that we got this week once we get into the presentation. But yeah, things have Jerry and Steven definitely are moving different than they have, I would say, in the past maybe 20 years, or maybe
and paying our guys. Hey, they paid Zach Martin. You know what I'm saying? They trying to pay CD. They mentioned trying to pay CD. Terrence Steele.
They're trying to get those contracts done as soon as possible. So.
Hopefully we can. I'm hoping. I think I mentioned on Twitter. Hopefully they can get him done before Jay Jetta, aka Justin Jefferson, gets his contract, because they know they ain't gonna play over there.
You definitely want to get. You definitely want to get Jay Jetta's. I mean, you want to get CD's contract done before.
Yeah.
Jay Jetta, but even if you don't, CD's not going to get his pay. He knows he's not going to get the money that Justin Jefferson had. Obviously Justin Jefferson is an offensive rookie of the year and just broken some insane records that I can't even rattle right now off the top of my head.
You're right.
Yeah. CD, no, he's not Justin Jefferson, but he's up there. And I will defend CD and say CD don't be getting shut down by number one corners like Justin Jefferson did. I will say
right,
that.
exactly.
Justin Jefferson be getting shut down.
Yeah. Diggs.
Yeah. Diggs, Jair Alexander, Stephon Gilmore gave him the business as well. Now he got Stephon Gilmore on some reps, but Stephon Gilmore also got him. Like when Jay Jettas be going against top corners, no Jay, I do not think he gonna get Justin Jefferson money at all. No.
He might reach for it. He'll definitely be getting top 5 money. He'll definitely be getting maybe even top, defender. You think they'll I don't know if they'll pay him. I don't know. They do have a couple, maybe about a week and a half before the season. You think they'll try to get a contract done, or because they won't try to do it, within the season? Do you think they're going to wait to see how he plays with CD? Because they already picked him an option.
Yeah, I think they're under no pressure. I think they will get it done. It just depends on the agents of these guys. That's what I think. Yeah. For Steele and CD, it's like, do y'all want to get signed now? Or do y'all want to see if y'all can turn up crazy this season and get a bigger bag? I mean, it's all about depending if they want how the players want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's true.
Maybe they want to bet on themselves, or maybe they say, "Listen, I want to be with this team. I'm willing to compromise." And it seems like Steven is not hoeing people like he's done in the past. Like he's giving people good contracts that they agree with. As long as you're not trying to be like the top paid. Yeah, in the league, Steven is giving people contracts. Steven is
that's that was my thought when they brought Hooker back. That was my first thought. Like, hey, when Hooker get a contract out of nowhere, out of left field, okay, y'all trying to solidify something,
right? He's getting them contracts. Like Steven, shout out to Steven because that's who really has been handling these contracts. Because we know who's been in charge of the team, for a while now. So Steven definitely. Shout out to him because we haven't heard no stories of him being disrespectful or nothing. He's just getting it done. So I really appreciate that 100% from Steven. And Steven seems to be the one who's just really, what's the word? I want to say positive. And Steven seems like what the moves that him and Will McClay have made is so they can win the Super Bowl this year. Yeah, that's how I see the moves that they've made.
Now, but I love not just, I don't mean to cut you off, but not just the year. They seem to kind of, in my opinion, kind of expand the window just a little bit with a lot of these.
Right, exactly. They've also.
You see, damn near, or actually not even damn near, all rookies made the roster.
That's
for the most part.
That's true. I agree with that too. I definitely think
even guys from last year.
They're preparing for now, right? They're preparing for now in the future. So, but not, and usually our team is so future based.
Yes.
They're like, you can do both. You can be future based as well as say, I'm going to prepare my team to be in the best position to win this year. And Jerry and Steven have done that, but I'm going to give my thoughts about how long I think that's going to last.
Do you think I did have one thought while we are kind of just discussing it now? Do you think because I know they kind of mentioned earlier in the off season that they're kind of doing like a mesh between veterans and the young guys? Do you think that kind of has something to do with winning now and in the future?
Yep, yeah, I absolutely do. I think because they realize that like you can't rely on rookies to win championships.
Right.
They don't know how to win championships. You got to bring guys in here who are true and tested. You bring those guys in here, they elevate your team. I think they really got to see, even though they brought in T.Y. Hilton late, they brought in Jason Peters late, but they saw how having those two presents,
the impact
guys impacted. They brought Jonathan Hankins in, how it impacted the rooms, and so they realized you need that because
at every level,
right? You need it on every level because it fuels your young guys, and you need your young guys to train up under somebody who's already been there, somebody who already has that leadership mindset.
Exactly. So, that's what I think. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Go. What were you saying?
I would just say that's what I think was a big boost when they re-signed Zach Martin. Just bring because they didn't have like even just that whole line in general didn't. And even with Tyron kind of get reps on the side. I'm sure he wasn't hands on with everybody on that line. So even just bringing another of course future Hall of Fame player.
Right. It was big.
Yes.
For for them to do that last year, and it's going to be even bigger this year, because the difference between last year and this year is that the players, you've brought in players that now have played in a Super Bowl, right? Stephon Gilmore has won a Super Bowl on top of being a former Defensive Player of the Year. So you have just a different caliber of players.
Right in the room, exactly.
Right. Not guys who are like, I can, I'm a little bit washed, but I can teach you. But guys who are like, I'm still at the top, of my game. And I have the experience, but I'm still able to build like actual friendships and relationships with these young guys, right? Because they're not that old. I mean, Stephon Gilmore's like 32, but I mean, that's not that old. I know it's kind of old in football years. They still have the ability to connect with the young guys and teach them and lead them. And it's just going to do wonders for our young stars like Trayvon Diggs, Ron Bland, even Eric Scott Jr., CeeDee Lamb. We've already seen how Brandon Cook's impact has completely upgraded and shifted the wide receiver room. I just see Brandon Cook's, his influence like all over that wide receiver room. I really do. So I'm really excited. We cannot lose sight that, front office did make moves to win this year.
Yeah,
they absolutely did. Regardless of other moves that they've made that you may agree or not disagree with, they have made moves this year. They got rid of Kellen. They put Mike in front of play calling. They did make the right moves for us to win the Super Bowl this year. I agree with. I 100% believe that. And I can't change my mind about that. Because it's just how it is. So
yeah, I agree with you.
But yeah, we can definitely get into it. So
yes. Like you said, speaking of big move, once again, giving up a pick, like they always, say it in. I was kind of mentioning, F them picks, like Barry said. You're starting to give them up. Hey, it's like I guess they kind of I like how they kind of put it in perspective. Like, hey, Dak was a 4th round pick. Let's take another chance on this young guy who not yet developed. Still getting his feet wet in the league. As I mentioned earlier, we kind of had some injury setbacks before over in 49 Lamb before he's able to come over. And just as we're starting to kind of find out that this wasn't the right environment for him. What it's looking like. Shanahan apologizing for not trying to escalate his growth or even trying to just begin his growth, trying to for it to come out how we have issues sometimes here for guys having sponsors, quote unquote, for you to find out their head coach didn't want to draft you, bite you as GM. I'm sure it has something to do, had to have some kind of impact on how you felt just being there.
Right. I agree with you 100%. I do think the 49ers, to this day, I don't really get it. And it seems like the consensus from 49ers fans is that they don't really get it either. Why they gave up on Trey Lance so quickly. And of course, Shanahan saying we failed them, the owner saying that they failed them. But it's like, but why? Like, why didn't y'all give this kid another chance? It's just, I guess you just believe in, you believe in Brock Purdy over him. But I'm like, even if you believe in Brock Purdy over him, you can't give him a chance to grow and develop, especially since now we know who Sam Darnold is.
Yeah, exactly. Even now he's a journeyman. He's just a journeyman by now. Honestly.
Right. We know who Sam Darnold is at this point. He's not. Sam Darnold is who Sam Darnold is. So, for you to get rid of him, to me is Shanahan. Sam Darnold is his guy. I think he might have coached him in college. There's some connection between Darnold.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember, but I think there's connected in some type of way to where Shanahan, you literally just picked Sam because Sam is your guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, as you said, he didn't really want Trey. It was clearly the front office that went after him.
Especially given all those picks.
They gave up so many picks to to get Trey Lance, just to throw him out the window the way that they did and never develop them.
Right.
So it's really disappointing what they did. So I mean, talking about the trade now, initially when we got Trey Lance, I was super excited because I was like, wow. Because you have to remember at this time, not Will Lance, but Will Greer was playing not good, right? He looked terrible. Like we need.
We just talked about that before we came on. Like how, like why couldn't you play like that in the first 2 weeks?
Right. Like
I'm not saying the whole trade wouldn't have happened, but it's like
right.
You give yourself a chance to still be here, you know?
Right. And Will Greer obviously have been here with us a couple of seasons. Really have bonded with all the quarterbacks, all the players, and stuff like that. So it was very hard for him to go because they know. Because I think almost every time Dak did like throwing sessions and traveling, Will Greer was right there next to him. Not Cooper Rush, it was Will Greer. So
and they always came out together. I know when I was at camp, they always came out together.
Right, they were super bonded, and so for them to get rid of cut Will Greer and get Trey Lance. What's up, Key? Glad to see you.
How you doing?
We need another linebacker. Do we?
Right.
Because y'all Dan Quinn don't like linebackers, guys. Like if y'all can't tell that we've carrying 6 safeties now, that Dan Quinn, or I guess they put Bell as a linebacker, so we carry 5 safeties. Dan Quinn doesn't really need much linebackers. He uses hybrid safeties who can tackle, fill the box, but can also cover tight ends, and some can even cover wide receivers like Izzy McCollum and stuff like that. So, the front office wanted him, and Shanahan didn't want Trey Lance. Yeah, that's what So he was definitely failed, but as I was saying, when I was giving juice, Bruce got the toxic juice. Glad to be here. Glad you're in the chat with us tonight. But I was definitely sorry, guys, if I did something. But I was initially excited about the trade. I'm like, dang, like front office is very, they just seem like they dialed in. They're not trying to live.
Yeah, they're being very proactive.
Right. And I would love to have Trey Lance as a developed backup behind Dak. 100%. I mean, he's very raw. He hasn't had much snaps at all in his career. Starting from high school, college, and then now the NFL. So he's very raw.
Yeah,
he definitely has the capabilities and stuff like that to develop. It just depends on. And y'all need to be thanking God for Dak Prescott because Lance, let me tell y'all something. If Trey Lance looks good this season, it's because Dak Prescott made him. So y'all need to realize that, number one. Like, Trey Lance is Dak's son through and through. If Trey Lance, because we know he got beat out by Brock Purdy and Sam Darnold.
Mm-hmm.
So if Trey Lance works his way to QB2, it is because of Mike McCarthy and it's because of Dak Prescott.
Right.
So I need y'all to realize that because I think I talked about it on Monday. Getting Trey absolutely was a bit of a leverage move for the front office, 100%. Because here's the way I think about it. Front office definitely got Trey Lance for leverage because, hey, if somehow Dak doesn't perform well this year, if it doesn't work out, right? If we don't win the Super Bowl this year, because I feel like front office made all the moves to win the Super Bowl. They filled holes with proven veterans. They got rid of Kellen Moore. They put Mike McCarthy in full control of this team. Right. And they gave Mike McCarthy full reign when it came to play calling.
Yeah, and they brought his staff on. Like we talked about earlier. They brought his staff on.
Bring his whole staff on. But here's what I'm going to let y'all know. For a lot of y'all fans, content creators who are really excited about this Trey Lance kid. Y'all can't, stop talking about it. I understand. Y'all are excited. Y'all think he's just a young, raw talent. And I think y'all are excited because y'all like, we got Mike, he's the QB whisperer, he's going to develop. I've even said it, but I want y'all to think about something. Guys, if y'all need to be, if there's any support that you want to give Dak Prescott, it needs to be this year. Because I'm going to let y'all know something.
Yeah.
If we don't win the Super Bowl this year, I'm saying it now. Y'all can call me crazy. Y'all can say, oh, well, Jerry said he wanted Mike to be here as long as Tom Landry and y'all can say all that stuff y'all want to say. But I'm trying to tell y'all, if we don't win the Super Bowl, because Jerry relinquished power.
Yeah.
If we
in any kind of way, any capacity, if he doesn't have control.
Right. He got proven that he did everything pretty much that I'm sure the football guys, aka Mike McCarthy, told him to do.
Starting with getting rid of his number one guy, Kellen Moore.
He fired Kellen Moore. If we do not win the Super Bowl this year, I'm telling you right now, Mike McCarthy is gone, and Dak Prescott I'm not going to say he'll be gone, but they're going to bench Dak. And I want y'all to know that once Dak gets benched, because we are talking about, Dak has a no trade clause. Let me tell y'all something about Dak Prescott. The man is a competitor. He is not going to sit on no bench behind Trey Lance. If the front office says we're going to bench Dak Prescott for Trey Lance, Dak is out of here. He's going to be out of here. He's not going to put up with, I'm going to just sit behind and try to get my job. I'm going to be Tony Romo. I'm going to go up there and beg Jerry my job back. Dak will be out of here so fast, y'all's head will spin. Watch it.
Yep.
Look at the relationship.
And then like you, I think you said offline, like you said, we got to hope that Trey Lance turns out.
Because one thing I need to know as well, Jerry can't evaluate quarterbacks. We know that from his history. Everybody that he's wanted so bad, he wanted to move him in the draft. They're not good. They weren't good. Right. They weren't anything. The quarterbacks that actually made something, Dak Prescott, I think, shout out to Bitches Love Sports because they put out the commentary how he did not want Dak.
Right.
He didn't want him at all. He wanted, who was that?
He took convincing from Garrett.
Right. He wanted Johnny Manziel. He wanted Ryan Leaf. He wanted some other people. Jerry did not want Dak Prescott, but we see, and then Dak made Offensive Rookie of the Year, and we've seen what Dak has been able to do. Number one in points. It's getting better and better each year. I want y'all to know, if we don't win, if y'all want to be so focused on his Trey Lance season, okay, be focused on that if y'all want. But if we don't win a Super Bowl this year, Jerry and Steven gonna blow this. They're gonna blow this stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
He's gonna ask, okay, well, who's gonna develop Trey Lance now? Y'all want
like Bruce said, Paxton Lynch. That's right.
Right. Who's gonna? If Mike McCarthy leaves, who gonna develop Trey Lance? Dan Quinn, because y'all want Dan Quinn to replace Mike. I know a lot of y'all. Dan Quinn's next in line. Okay, great. So Dan Quinn's gonna develop
a quarterback.
Y'all need to think, and y'all know once a new coach comes in here, the old staff is gone, right?
Right.
Because they bring in their guys from college, from former players. They bring in their whole system. So I want y'all to know, like, if we don't win this year, this team is not going to look the same. So we may have Trey Lance, but we also could head into another QB purgatory.
Right.
Because Trey Lance has to be developed.
And we'll see how many Dak haters will be on the Rush train then.
Exactly.
We'll see if they re-sign Rush. If it was supposed to be his job last year, okay, we'll see just how much y'all believe in Cooper Rush then.
Yep. And that's all I'm saying is that I know it's cool to focus on. You said Trey was better than Sam in preseason and still got traded.
Right.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I already said I think it was just more so Sam is Shanahan's guy. Trey Lance just wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you also have to know this. We get a new quarterback. We get a new coach. Who's to say they want Trey Lance?
Right.
Like, look what Josh McDaniel did over there in Raiders land. Freaking Devontae Adams literally went to the Raiders for Derek Carr. But Josh McDaniel didn't like Derek Carr, so he got his butt the hell up out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And now you got a superstar player who's pissed because he literally came to the team for his boy, and y'all ran him up out of there. So y'all have to know that, like, this team
for Jimmy G,
right? This for Jimmy G, because why? Jimmy G is the guy. So this guy that y'all so obsessed with, you know, this team that y'all are obsessed with, that God, our roster is off the chain because we're gonna go over the 53-man roster and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all need to know that like if y'all we need to stop focusing so much on Trey Lance and his development. That's great. We're glad he's here. He's gonna develop. Hopefully he wins quarterback too. But we really need to be hoping to God that Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott, that bond wins us a Super Bowl this year. Because if we don't, our team is not going to look the same.
Right, exactly.
Period. And y'all might say, y'all might try to be positive, but we know what this team has looked like without a quarterback. Franchise quarterbacks don't grow on trees.
And that will bring dysfunction, and we know how we operate under dysfunction.
Yeah, and then if y'all y'all might not give a hell if Dak leaves. Y'all might say it's okay, Trey Lance will develop, but you don't just walk out and be the leader that Dak is. Dak is the heart and soul of this team. He's got the players' captivation and everything like that. Y'all think Trey Lance can just step into that role?
Right.
I keep trying to tell y'all.
Yeah, he's really not gonna be viewed as
like right. Even if Dak is good, look at Josh Allen who's good.
Right. Right. And he's far like they look at him the same in Buffalo like they look at Dak and Dallas.
Right. And it's like, but y'all see how frustrating it is when your quarterback, look at the reports of freaking Matthew Stafford, Super Bowl winning quarterback. He can't even connect with his team. He's like, I don't even know how to talk to the young guys.
Right.
Y'all need to realize
he said.
Right. It's not about talent, it's about leadership. If y'all listen to Michael Irvin, I hate to be on a rant about this, but seriously, if y'all listen to Michael Irvin this week when he's on First Take, they're like, this is leverage. And Michael Irvin's like, he's like, I can't even comprehend how y'all would even be saying that Trey Lance could potentially replace Dak Prescott, because he knows for the players what Dak Prescott means to this team.
Exactly.
And I think a lot of it'll be okay. Well, I think people trying to compare getting rid of Dak to Des Bryant and Jason Witten. I'm like, no, guys. Even Tony Romo, because Tony Romo wasn't even half the leader that Dak Prescott.
Right. He gave up on that quick, apparently.
Right. I don't even know, like, in y'all's head, I don't think people are comprehending. I think everybody's just getting so overwhelmed because we had PFF posting.
Yes.
Even the Dallas Cowboys put out, "Ooh, look at Trey Lance. Trey Lance everybody's getting excited and getting.
I can't believe it. And that's what Jerry wanted. That's exactly what. Like he dropped the bomb and left the room. He dropped the bomb and left
y'all
the room.
are falling into the trap that Jerry wanted y'all to do, because they want all this mental pressure on Dak. Stay healthy. Then we got people talking about Dak better go down his price because we got Trey Lance. Like,
that's crazy. Like, why? You brought in literally almost pretty much a first year quarterback. I'm supposed to lower my price?
Because they said the Bills was also trying to get Trey Lance. Do y'all think the Ravens, and they just re-signed Josh Allen, and the Ravens just gave Lamar Jackson. So y'all are saying that if Trey Lance went there, would y'all be saying Lamar Jackson better watch his back?
Right.
Lamar Jackson ain't one shit.
We didn't hear none of that. The Chiefs interested?
Yeah.
Did the Chiefs just get Carson Wentz, or they were interested in Carson Wentz?
Yeah. So it's like, so y'all are saying like, if those quarterbacks,
should Mahomes be afraid?
Right. He should be afraid, right? Because I don't know. This is a young talent. Josh Allen, but specifically Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson haven't won anything.
Yeah.
But these narratives would not be spent. Nobody would be saying,
he was big on interception in the end zone last year, Josh Allen.
Yeah, he sure was. But nobody, and he made the Madden cover. But nobody would be saying, Trey Lance better watch his back. Josh Allen better watch his back. Gotta watch his back. Like, I get it. I get that Trey Lance has an upside. I'm not saying that he does, right? What's this? Bruce got you said Vikings.
Shout out to Bruce. Yeah. Hey, list them all, man. List them all. I think they said it was 9 teams interested in trying to get Trey Lance.
Right. Like, it was literally a bidding war for him. So I'm trying to tell y'all, like, everybody.
And really, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm surprised the the Eagles were on that list, because did we see Mariota over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Like, a little bit.
Y'all should have been in there too.
Right. Like, everybody was trying to get. He's a young, a former number 3 overall pick. Mm-hmm. So it's like, of course, people want him because they're like, we can develop him. You can use him as trade bait, but we wouldn't be having these direct. Dak better watch his back. Like, if they went to any other team with younger quarterbacks than Dak. Because Josh Allen is younger, Lamar Jackson is younger, Desmond Ridder is younger. Who else? Justin Herbert is younger. Who else is over there in the Vikings? Well, he's not younger, but all of those guys I named, those are younger quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So I just think and maybe it'll settle down once we actually get into the season. I think everybody might just be so hot and bothered by his pictures that were posted all over line today. Yes, right. I was hot and bothered because some of y'all just not contain y'all's excitement.
Right? Like, do we forget who we were just talking about last week? Calling plays,
right? But we well, I try to tell y'all, Trey Lance is all right. Okay. All right.
I think it's just too much. I think we're just overload for it. I finished for something. Like, it's just overload.
It's too much. It's too much for sure.
I think we're just so surprised that we're just making moves like this. Like, it's just and for who we made a move for. I think we're just a lot.
Yeah. He said, do we think we would? Yeah, exactly. We wouldn't be hearing this noise if Joe Burrow went to Cincy. Right. I mean, if Trey Lance went to Cincy.
Right.
Like,
because were they even thinking about a backup before they got real Greer? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like, come on, guys. Like, y'all really got Jerry did this to create. This is Jerry. I'm not even attributing this to Stephen. This is Jerry.
Right. He admitted it.
It's got Jerry written all over him.
Yeah, they even made a whole rule. Like, we saw what happened last year with the 49ers going through what they went through in the game, really down to really almost a quarterback you had to sign off the street playing in the NFC Championship. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. And try to get to the next, everyone saw that happen. Everyone witnessed that happen. So no one wants to be in that situation where they got to depend on someone that they have.
Right. You want somebody that's
who they are. You know what I'm saying? Right. So they want to be prepared. This is just being prepared for the long run. As we know, it's a long season now, 17 weeks, 18 weeks because of the bye week. Like, these guys have to survive. I mean,
they have to survive. Right.
We saw last year with Dak going down week 1. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And how much we had to dumb down and stall the offense.
Right.
Cooper Rush. So it's like, and Cooper Rush, he's not an athletic quarterback like a Trey Lance, like a Dak Prescott. So we can't do simple stuff that could, use the quarterback as a runner and things like that. Right. Yeah. So just think about that, guys. And I'm not telling y'all we need to welcome. I'm not saying hate on Trey Lance. We need to welcome him because he's a Dallas Cowboy. Let's thank God he's on our team.
Right.
Hopefully he develops, right? And hopefully, if y'all really love Trey Lance, you better hope we win the Super Bowl this year with Dak Prescott. Because that's the only way that Mike McCarthy is going to stay here.
Yeah.
I just think that's point blank in the period. I think that the front office is going to start over again. Or even if they don't, let's say the front office don't start. Let's say they bench Dak and they keep Mike, which that's not going to happen now because Dak and Mike are now.
Right.
So then, what are we going to have?
Probably been one to be tight, but Kellen was in the way.
Right, Kellen was in the way. So now they're like this. And so, can you imagine?
They're probably having the relation, nothing like that, but they're probably having the connection they've been wanting this whole time. You know what I mean?
Let's not forget who Jerry Jones is. He loves to meddle. So even if he keeps Mike McCarthy here, he's going to be, we're going to bench. Even though Mike is going to know we need to go with Dak, he's going to tell Mike, nah, let's go with Trey. And then it's going to mess up your team chemistry. Then you got the coach, forced to coach a player he don't really want to coach. Then you got Dak Prescott saying, I'm out.
It's going to cause that contention.
Right. I'm not about to be no backup. So then you got Dak Prescott out. Then you got Mike. You see what I'm saying, y'all?
And we know Mike and Dan Quinn.
So
Dan Quinn, you gonna do my man's like that?
Right. And people think like Dan Quinn definitely gonna take over. I'm like, are y'all sure about that?
Right.
Are you really?
They gonna see how you do each other. They gonna see how you do them. Dan Quinn
don't really F with front office. So you're really trying to tell me that Dan Quinn will be like, okay, yeah, I saw what they did to my homeboy Mike.
Exactly.
I'm gonna step in too. Dan Quinn, he's gonna keep having offers. He's going to keep having offers because of the type of defensive coordinator he is. So you tell me he's going to choose to stay in Dallas where he knows they meddle?
Right.
Like, y'all need to think.
It's a domino effect. It's a whole domino effect.
Exactly. Like, this is what they call fool's gold. Trey Lance is fool's gold. Everybody thinks, yeah, we got Trey Lance. But I want y'all to know that, like, we need to be focused on this season.
Yes.
Because if we do not win these Super Bowls this season, after all the power that Jerry has conceded,
right,
the team is going to look totally different.
Very.
I'm just trying to let y'all know.
Yep.
But anyway, we move into the. Went on a rant about that.
No, yeah, because man, it's just been a whole, not even a whole week. We only way through the week.
It's been too much. Is what it's been. Like this trade is called too much. Like we're not even making videos of Let's Prepare for the Giants. You know,
right. What I thought, right.
Great Trey Lance is and pulling up his college film. Like stuff is getting
crazy. Like come on. But let's take it. Well, and shout out to new people coming through. Jay Worthy coming through. Bruce, shout out to everybody coming through.
What's up, guys? He said, money. That's true. Yeah, but you have to ask yourself, is money worth not having control?
Right.
Because if y'all know, real coaches don't want to be here if they can't have. Y'all think Bill Belichick coming to Dallas?
Right.
Sean Payton? No, because real coaches want control of their team. They don't want to be controlled. And what has Jerry and Steven done? Control this team for the past 20-something years. That's why we haven't been back to a Super Bowl. Because they want the control. They want to make all the football decisions. They want to castrate or handicap their coaches.
Mm-hmm.
So with Dan Quinn, sure, he's getting a bag now. They'll pay Dan Quinn all the money in the world.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Is that worth it when you know that your power will be usurped?
Mm-hmm.
Don't answer that question. There are some people who don't. I guess they don't care about Super Bowls or having control.
Yeah, they may see the instant reaction. Oh, I'm getting this money.
I don't think that's Dan Quinn, though. I really don't think his type of a man that he is. I don't think that's Dan Quinn because he's such
I don't think so either.
He's such a player, so I don't think that he would be okay with Jerry and Steven telling him, "No, let's do this and let's do that."
Yeah.
He said Bill Parcells came here, but then he also did what, Jay Worthy? He left.
Right.
Remember Bill Parcells? He left, right? Yeah. So anyway, because the coaches here, they tried to. Mike came here too, knowing the power dynamic, but he got the power now because to get that power, right?
Mm-hmm.
They want.
That's a great point right there too. They do. They
treat this team like a toy. That's true. They do need Steve Smith.
Yeah, that's that publicity. Just like the players when they want to get their name out there for free agency. Oh, I might want to go to the Cowboys all of a sudden.
They use that. Yep. So this is just a new toy that Jerry can use because now anytime Dak messes up, now you just have more of a reason.
Yep.
Including now we can see some of our own deep, sincere fans is now like, maybe Trey Lance is our future. Even though we were best on Dak, getting an extension for Dak like a month ago. But now they're like, you know what? Trey Lance is our future. You know what I'm saying?
Not just yet.
What's going on with y'all? But you know what? I'm going to let y'all have it. You said they'll be in the trade train then. Yeah, they already on the trade train.
Right. They get their seats. Like, not yet, y'all. We
smoking that trailer. They are on the Trey Lance.
Don't give up the season Dak train, before
the Dak train, we're gonna start getting some Trey Lance merch, soon. The Dak merch is gonna be out because he's not that great.
Yeah.
I think Jerry Lee should. Oh yeah, for sure it did, Jay Word. That's what I'm saying. It's such a big deal that Jerry conceded power this year. Like it's a huge deal because Jerry doesn't do that for nobody.
Yeah, especially to him. Yes, exactly.
He don't do that for nobody. He didn't even do that for his golden boy, Jason Garrett. Remember when Jason Garrett said, "Jerry, can you please let me call plays again?" And Jerry said, "Absolutely not." So this is a huge deal, and that was he told his golden boy no. So it's a huge deal that Jerry.
He fought his own son, Star.
Jerry don't concede power.
Right.
He don't concede power. So for him, since Jimmy, he don't concede power. So since he conceded power to Mike McCarthy, like that's why they made all the moves. So they made all these moves so that Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott can have what? No.
Well, that's a good. What do you think about that, Star? Niecy says he didn't like that Dak called those plays in that game.
And here comes.
Do you think so? I don't know. I mean, Jerry just want to hype him up. he may have found his calling and all that. Maybe he likes it too much and he wants Trey to be the quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's like Jerry and them. And it really is. They so mad because Dak won. They bet against Dak and they lost.
Right, exactly.
They thought they was gonna bring Andy Dalton in here, and it's like just stop it. And so now it's just another thing that guys they brought Trey Lance in here because they wanted to threaten Dak. They want Dak to get rattled.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, they don't want Dak to win. They don't want to pay Dak a mega deal again like they had to. You know, they don't want Dak to win the contract negotiation. They don't want him to win the contract negotiation.
Yeah, exactly.
Jerry is 100% petty. He is king of the petty. Jordan Love for Aaron Rodgers.
And we work out for them.
We were talking about. I saw somebody say, "Well, this seems like it could be a Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers situation."
Yeah,
and I said, well, the difference is when they drafted Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers was 35, 36.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about getting rid of a 30-year-old quarterback, guys.
Right.
Who's done
nothing. Just turned 30.
Right, just turned 30 and who's done nothing but win since he came into the league and be a top 10 quarterback at the very least.
Right.
And we just talk about throwing him out a window for the potential of what Trey Lance could be. Because we also know this. It don't matter.
We haven't even seen yet.
All these players got talent, but it takes a lot more than talent to be an NFL quarterback. Right. We're talking about getting rid of somebody like Dak Prescott, who literally made Will Greer look like Will Mahomes.
Oh, okay.
Like, we're talking about that could be the next coming of Peyton Manning. He could be the next coming of. He already kind of is a mix of Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. Two of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history.
Yep.
We're talking about throwing him off a bridge for trade. So y'all basically saying y'all want to start over.
Right. I mean, we getting close to the finish line. And y'all talking about trading out runners.
Right. Like let's now start over. That's what y'all want to do. Let's start over. Let's just start over because Dak Prescott, he's clearly been the issue, which that's what I want you to believe. It hasn't been Dak Prescott's fault, guys. It's been the front office.
Right.
Like, we know that. It's been the front office. It hasn't been Dak Prescott.
Yep.
They go along with the narrative. Dak just doesn't have that clutch gene, even though he leaves the NFL and comeback drives. It's just like they want you to believe the lies about it. Said, sorry, as long as Josh Ball doesn't suit up.
Yes, this O-line. Yes, this O-line is fire, Jay.
Yeah, this O-line.
It's starting five and for real star, like just jumping into it, like the O-line depth, like the way they just improved. Like we talked about earlier with Zach Martin. Just the way they were able to come in and improve TJ Bass, even Awesome Richards up this game. Because I really thought this, in my opinion, I thought Awesome Richards was going to be on the practice squad. Because he kind of took a little bit.
Not the way he showed up.
Yeah, but he improved. Like this is in his preseason game, he stepped up. You know, and they're seeing that he's kind of solidifying that maybe that left tackle spot.
Yeah, that's what they're seeming like.
Guard and even with some center out there.
Yep, he's got a lot of position flags. I'm really messing with Austin Richards 100%. Austin Richards, that O-line. I said, listen, y'all, this O-line got the potential. This starting O-line has the potential, especially under Mike Solari, to be top in the league. They really do.
And for them to flourish like right now, like right before the season, like
think
I know
about it. Tyler Smith year 2.
Yeah,
Tyler Biadasz seemed like he done leveled all the way up. Like that meanness that I've been wanting to see out of him. I don't know how many fights he started. Zach Martin, Terrence Steele. Like, come on, guys! Like, we really have the potential.
That wall could be on its way back. We could be at that wall.
Oh yeah, we have the potential to do damage.
Yes,
right. With this offensive line. So that was a great comment by Jay Worthy because I'm pumped for this O-line. So let's get into it.
We pretty much knew what. I'm sure a lot of people knew what the offense was going to end up looking like. We know who our stars are, and honestly, guys, like we were talking about earlier, star like our roster is just packed. Like
this roster is so good.
Yes, and even the depth guys, like 5 and 6,
like bro.
We know how Brooks. I mean, and I'm not gonna say I'm surprised to see him. I think it was, just in my opinion, I think it was I think it was between Brooks and I don't say Houston. I mean, for me, Houston doesn't. I mean, this is my personal opinion. Houston doesn't pop for me. I know he's consistent, but for me, he doesn't like flash. I just like that Brooks made just
right. I would definitely take Jalen Brooks over Houston because you're right, Houston, and we've seen Houston under the bright lights.
Right.
He just doesn't really perform well, but I think Tony was hating on Dak. And another thing, y'all want to get rid of a guy. Remember when, like, it's just crazy that y'all could even talk. Like, if Dak Prescott goes off of this team, I don't think y'all really understand what it's going to do to the team.
Right.
That's why I feel like people don't understand because they think it's just normal and teams move on. I'm like, guys,
it's something about that leadership.
When you lose your franchise, like, let's even see what the Packers look like. Right? Without their leader of how long was Aaron Rodgers with them? I think he was drafted in 2008?
I think so.
So you got a man that was been with them for like 15, 16, 17, 18 years.
Yeah, they're in 15 years.
Like it's going to rattle the team. And eventually, we'll get back. Hopefully, we'll get back. But we know all too well about being in quarterback purgatory, guys. Y'all think just because of the transition between Dak and Tony.
Right. I mean, after Drew Brees left, when the last time we heard the Saints name? You know what I'm saying? Like when
Patriots, the Broncos.
Right. The Colts.
Since Andrew Luck left.
Girl, that part, you know what I'm saying? Like don't forget when he, like you said, when
threes, guys. Like I know y'all think like, we're spoiled because we got Romo, then we got Dak. And y'all just think like Trey Lance next.
Right.
That's what y'all think. But that's what this team has no good luck.
Right. Yo, you see what he said? No.
Detroit Lions.
And even they had Matt Stafford, and they may have been bad for a long time, but he had chemistry with that team. They just couldn't. They just never really could get. They could just never get. They could
never get over him because they cursed what they did to their coach. Their coach. I forgot his name, but let me see.
Patricia.
It was.
He came from Patriot. Who was their coach?
Who was their coach? He was really good. They was really good with him, and then. They fired him and named it Jim Caldwell. And they've been the same since because they put that man off a bridge for no reason. I'm trying to tell y'all think, we just gonna get rid of that and Trey Lance gonna step right on in. Okay.
Right.
All right. Maybe he will, but also maybe he won't.
Right.
And then when we in QB, then y'all gonna be crying. Because that gonna go to some team and get the bag. He gonna go to Steelers land, guarantee you Steelers, 49ers.
Look, the Browns, like he
could go anywhere. Like he could go to the Bucks, and then Dak win a Super Bowl, and then we gonna be sitting here with Trey Lance.
Right? How you think going from Brady to Baker Mayfield?
Literally, y'all think it's sweet. Y'all think stuff is sweet, but it's really not. And I'm trying to tell y'all, like, this is all part of the frenzy, like Key said. And y'all the one who believe in the curse. Remember, I did the host. I said I don't believe in the curse, but I'm telling you, the stuff that Jerry. If we win the Super Bowl, it's gonna be because of Mike and Dak. If we lose the Super Bowl, it's gonna be because of something that the front office did. They can't ever just keep their hands clean, They always got to do something, but you're gonna hope that the right moves that they made overcome the low-key kind of shady moves that they made. Because then Trey Lance, like, I wish this was just like, no, we just want to develop Trey Lance, but yes, this was a shady move by Jerry. It was.
Yes, very much so.
It was.
Timing, everything.
It was a shady move. Like, there's no other way to spin it. He didn't talk to Dak. And every team does that. Like, before you bring in another quarterback of some type of caliber, it's not a bum, you tell them, like, hey, just to let you know, we're going to bring this guy in.
Right. Or even the head coach, maybe.
Like,
I mean, it's just one thing. I mean, he did say he maybe, knew of it, but, like, for you not to confirm with your head coach, so when he's going to be working directly with the quarterback, like who you put specifically on, or who wants to specifically work with the quarterback.
And then now you got Mike is so focused in on Dak. When the gonna see how this stuff play out because I can see Jerry and them meddling right now, telling him we need him ready. We need him quarterback 2. We need him quarterback 2 now. We need him quarterback 2 now.
Yeah. I can also see Mike McCarthy pushing back on that, like, hey,
right,
man.
Right. Hey, Trey Lance, he's not my focus this year.
Yeah, like I already got a plan. I ain't about to change my plan a week before.
Are you kidding me? You know how Jerry and them are. We need Trey Lance to be quarterback 2 now. And Mike will be like, he's not ready right now.
I can see Big Mike, and now they give him a little control. Like we kind of see his bravado in the press conferences. Like I think he has, like he set his tone. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, things are just. I think they're going at Mike. I think things are going at Mike McCarthy's pace right now. I think he could come with some pushback. Like, hey, like look, I had a plan going in here, and this is what we're gonna focus on.
We're going with Cooper Rush right now because we trust Cooper. Trey Lance is raw, and y'all brought him in. If y'all wanted me to develop him, you should have traded for him at the beginning of training camp.
Right, exactly.
Like we in the season now. Like we're in the season now. I can't be trying to develop Trey Lance. He gonna have to get in where he fit in because right now we're trying to win a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And Cooper knows the plays. Dak knows the plays. Trey Lance, he gonna have to get acclimated as he can.
Yeah. Like he said in his interview, sit back and learn. Like he said, do a whole lot of
exactly. Sit back and learn. That's what he said.
Yeah, shout out the landlord. Like he said to learn 147 times. You know what I'm saying in that interview. You know
learn because he does. Yes. Y'all Trey Lance is so raw, guys. Like I think some of y'all too. Because I play Madden too. I think some of y'all also hype because Trey Lance is good on Madden. But this is real life. This is not Madden, right? So y'all gotta memorize that. And like you're trying to get rid of somebody who just steps or thinking it's even okay to even entertain. I want y'all to be on the end. Like, let's not even entertain it. If it happens, it happens. We have to deal with it. But entertaining to get rid of your franchise quarterback for a kid that could be, when you know already what you have in Dak Prescott, it's really bananas to me. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
shout out to Hunter Luepke. You know, we know he did his thing against the Raiders. Like, after that, I'm sure everybody thought the same thing. After that, you could not sign the guy.
Right. And Hunter, I love Hunter Luepke. He is going to be a playmaker for
us. He was getting them gritty yards. I love
those gritty yards.
I love that they kept going back to him, pound. Like
bowling, but I was like, he almost gives me like Derrick Henry-ish vibes.
Yes. Even the way he was moving his feet, like his footwork, like was crazy. Like
he's got I said he's a big man with little man feet, and he's also got good hands. He's got good hands. Like this kid is going to be. I don't even know the packages that they developed with this kid, but it's going to be lit.
Yeah.
Then
he got a little twist and turn to him, a little speed to him. Like,
yes,
that kid
is nice. Crazy. He is nice.
Yes.
Them listed dudes fine.
Man, man. Rico getting his burst back. Shout out to him for making
Rico runs hard. Then you already know who Deuce Vaughn is. Little
right.
Baby. Darren Sproles it mixed with Barry Sanders. So
our running back room. Look, I was a little.
It looks nice, don't it?
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. That was one of the questions I had.
It looks nice. Like this running back room actually looks pretty solid.
Yeah, shout out to Malik Davis, coming back on the practice squad. Hey, and he stepped his game up. He got practice to be able to because he had some big runs against the Raiders, so we know he's capable of. So he able to step up.
Definitely.
I'm feeling that.
The wide receivers, we done talked so much about Jalen Tolbert turning all the way up.
Yep.
Jalen Brooks, we know what he showed. He showed flashes throughout the preseason. He's young. He's got development, but he also has playmaking ability. We saw that in the training camp. I think it's all about just helping him get more acclimated and get his confidence up. That's all he needs.
What's up, Double R? How you doing? What's good?
Then we talk about now. See, in my 53-man prediction, I said Peyton Hendershot wasn't gonna make it, but I also said that if they cut Sean McEwen,
right,
it would make more sense though to cut Sean McEwen because he's more valuable to us, but not to the team.
Yeah, he's homegrown.
Right. Nobody's gonna worry about him. So and we did end up re-signing him back on the practice squad. So that's great. And we have Peyton Hendershot. But as I said, Luke Shoemaker gonna be tight end too, y'all. I really do think so. And that's John Machota put out this depth chart. He had Deuce Vaughn listed where he at, and he had Luke Shoemaker listed where he at. So we don't know. Of course, this is just the initial 53-man roster.
Right.
But Luke Shoemaker,
I ain't gonna lie to you, Star. I think I ain't gonna say he got. I ain't gonna say I hate injuries that happen for anybody, but you know what I'm saying, Hendershot, he definitely, he did make some catches. I think they said he only had like 1 target or maybe 2 targets in the preseason.
Peyton Hendershot?
Yeah, Peyton only
had 2 targets. Like he only had 2 targets. Like they really did not utilize Peyton
at all. Like maybe they were trying to, they always say that the ball can only go around, so many people. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but it just seemed like there was
games though. Like what I'm saying, you'll keep the rookie around. You're gonna keep Schoolmaker around. Like you're not questioning. I'm sure they are already solid on Hendershot, but we need to get his confidence up. We need to see if this guy can.
Right, and Peyton Hendershot, he don't block well. He don't block well, so
wow. Yeah, and Schoolmaker doing this thing with his blocking, he need to step up, but
Luke Shoemaker, I think is definitely taking over that tight end 2 spot as long as he can stay healthy. And we're gonna see a difference too, because let me say, if Luke gets hurt, and then we have to now use Peyton Hendershot as tight end 2, you're gonna see a significant difference in the run game and everything because of the blocking.
Right.
So I just want y'all to know that we already talked about
he can't afford to slip because I ain't gonna lie, seeing Sean McEwen make some of the catches he made in training camp and these late practices. I know the open practice they had in Frisco. I was I ain't gonna say impressed because we know who the guy is, but
he's Sean McEwen. I love Sean McEwen because he's a leader and he's reliable.
Right, exactly.
He's reliable and he can block. Mm-hmm. That's why I was like, Sean McEwen is more valuable to the tight end room than Peyton Hendershot. He said, Thank you, Double R. We appreciate that. Thank you, Double R.
Thanks for being in the building, Double R. We appreciate you.
But yeah, this starting offensive line we know is amazing. But the back of Austin Richards, TJ Bass, both of those guys, and I was so excited because I was like, what I had saw in TJ Bass was the exact same thing Mike McCarthy said. He was like, he's got good solid base. He sustains his blocks, and that's what we need. Like, can you sustain your block and not get thrown out of the gym? And I never have seen TJ Bass thrown out of the gym. I have some good clips of him actually going against Osa from training camp last year. And then he had very good reps. Awesome. I said Awesome is giving me Tyler Smith-ish vibes.
Yeah.
Like readiness. Like he looked like we could throw him in there on opening week.
That is nice.
He's ready to go. So absolutely.
That is nice.
Then to the defensive side, none of this is a shot. I know. Well, let's talk about. I know people sad because Isaiah Land. We did not make the practice squad, and
I ain't gonna lie, y'all was sad to see it too. Like, I mean, it's not a shock, you know what I'm saying? But it's
he got.
They really shouldn't have leveraged him, Well, they shouldn't have leveraged him like that. Like,
and I'm like the person who, because I had put on Twitter, I was like, "Who are y'all? What's up, JC?
Hey, JC, how you doing?"
I was like, "Who were we gonna put? Which edge?" Because I know Isaiah Land is an edge, guys. I do know that he's like Michael Parsons. Yes, he can. Play off ball, right? But he was a sack king. Remember, 18 sacks in college. So like, he's a edge rusher.
Right.
And I was say, like, who are y'all gonna push off a bridge? Who was the front office? All right, who are they gonna cut for him? And now people like Dorrance Armstrong. I'm like, I'm with that, but Dorrance Armstrong is just like a solidified starter. Like, this is 2 years in a row. He didn't play at all in the preseason.
Right, at all.
Like
I wasn't surprised to see. I know Sam was going to play in the game, but to see Sam playing in the third preseason game,
right?
And
Sam Williams and Dante Fowler, and we know Sam.
No, Fowler didn't dress for the Raiders.
Oh, he didn't dress. Oh, okay. So they had.
I was surprised. That's what I'm like. Where's Armstrong?
I think it was a discipline thing for Sam Williams because it's like, if you want to get in trouble, you getting your butt out there and playing more snaps, but. Dorrance Armstrong, but I know people crucify. He blocks punts. I'm like, okay, whatever. But I'm just saying,
right?
When it comes to pure pass rushing skills, I could understand you want to push Dorrance Armstrong off, but I do know Dorrance Armstrong is reliable, so I get it.
Yeah.
He keeps his head
and with
down.
special teams too.
Right, and he lives with effort. Right, he's a real good effort guy that you can trust and rely on. Now, I was talking to my brother the other day, and he was like, "You know what? They probably was going to get rid of DA, but they didn't because of the issues with Sam. Because now we don't know if Sam is going to get suspended.
Right.
We don't know if Sam going to keep his head on straight.
Yeah.
We don't know if this incident gonna mess his head up and he's not gonna be as good. So it's like you can't really trade Dorrance Armstrong because Sam clearly showed his little butt not ready to fully be a starter. His butt not ready to be a starter. That's what he showed. So Sam, you shot your own stuff in the foot, buddy. But you can make it up. But it's really gonna depend on how you do this season.
Yeah, shout out to Jay Worthy. He said, "I'm strong believer bringing in Deion Jones for LB depth." That would be great. I believe that he's from the Panthers. That'd be
great. Yeah, that's a Dan Quinn tie. But I'm trying to tell y'all, Dan Quinn don't care about linebackers.
Actually, speaking of, I think I was talking to Star right before we came on. We got the notification. I think the last practice squad spot was filled by defensive linemen.
Yeah, defensive linemen. They're not worried about these linebackers. I'm trying to tell y'all. They won't. They worried about their safeties because Dan Quinn, he's gonna run probably a lot of 4 safety sets.
Yeah,
he got his linebackers: LVE, Damone Clark, Devin Harper. He got it.
Right.
But they made
and Malik Jefferson when he gets back.
And Malik Jefferson. So they may add another one, but y'all have to know Dan Quinn. He asked his safeties to come down and field. I know y'all like we need linebackers to stop the run, but Dan Quinn is trying to create a hybrid defense of safeties that are basically hybrid linebackers that can not only cover, but they can also come downhill, field, and make the tackle.
Yeah, and Malik Jefferson was looking really good in camp. I knew he was having a strong camp.
He was looking good. Devin Harper looking good. Yep. So you have Devin Harper and Malik Jefferson as your 2 backup linebackers. I really do think that that's enough. Yeah. But I mean, you can add somebody else. Like you can add somebody else, but it's just like, well, who do you cut to bring in? Because I don't want them making a mistake like they did last year, cutting John Ridgeway. Right. They never could have cut him, and then we kept Big Bo, and then here we cut Big Bo. And I don't think we didn't sign Big Bo back to the practice squad, did we?
Not at all. Nope, not that I seen.
We did not resign him back to the practice squad. So y'all see? And John Ridgeway's over there he was in the rotation in Washington last year. So we should not have cut him. See? They always doing stupid cuts. It's like cut the right.
Exactly. Yeah. I was surprised not to see Big Bo come back, honestly.
Yeah, I was too. I had him making the team.
Yeah. Not saying Ghostin wasn't doing anything, but I still feel like he's still trying to prove himself. Like Big Bo.
Well, they really are high on Ghostin. And remember, I said they brought in Dan Quinn put Ghostin in the game plan for the playoffs last year. So they are high on Ghostin.
Oh, okay.
Surprised at Neville Gallimore. I did not think that Neville Gallimore was going to make this roster. I thought he was for sure out.
Right, at all. I agree with you. Like, he was having a good. I liked his preseason. I liked how he was using his hands. He was getting in the backfield. Like I saw, I kind of mentioned. Like I'm not surprised. Like he would edge out Big Bo because I did see more from Gallimore. Like I said, he was more around the ball, but for me, he wasn't like completing plays. Like Big Bo was just kind of pushing people around.
Big Bo is just a big guy in the middle. He doesn't give you any playmaking ability.
Right, exactly.
Neville was going to be
around the ball. He was just he wasn't even reaching out. He would just be done. He would just be done. But,
it just seemed like they wanted to go with more 3 techs. They basically just went in balance. They have 2 nose tackles and 4 3 techs. So they just wanted to go more in with 3 techs, which 3 techs give you that pass rushing ability. But Mozzie also and Hankins, they give you playmaking ability. So they may not, because they're both of them consistently fight to get the ball carrier. They don't just try to let me just take up this block. Because y'all remember last year in the playoffs, Jonathan Hankins got a sack. Remember, Jonathan Hankins got a sack on Brock Purdy.
Yep.
So those are playmakers. They try to make the play. You'll see all the time Mozzie, he's not just trying to hold up players. He's trying to get to the ball carrier. So,
he got to the running back a few times in the Raiders game.
Yeah, he do.
So I believe in their opening drive.
Yeah, he was on a tear versus the Raiders because y'all trashed the poor boy to no end. Versus Seahawks, he busted all this crazy stuff.
It was the preseason game.
It was crazy. Like, God, these kids can't even live.
They was trying to be done with Mozzie after training camp.
They trying to be done. Get off to all of this stuff.
Jalen Carter turning up. Oh, okay.
Just want to push players off of
all right, y'all.
It's just so crazy. Something great. Jordan Lewis is starting. I know a lot of people are like, Jordan Lewis
getting his spot back.
Right, but y'all forgot Jordan Lewis was in 2021. Jordan Lewis was a top 3 slot corner, better than Jalen Ramsey.
Yep.
So y'all need to remember that. And Jordan Lewis also had like 5 or 4 picks last year. Before he got hurt.
He was actually getting a pick when he actually got
hurt. When he got hurt, exactly. So Jordan Lewis is that dude.
I believe in the Lions game.
Right. And you play Jordan Lewis and you keep Deron Bland, you're good.
Yes.
Depth. Like Deron Bland is like elite depth. So you
keep
elite depth there in case injury happens. Nashawn, he's going on IR. Eric Scott.
I was surprised. I ain't gonna lie. I was surprised to see Scott make this team. I'm not gonna lie.
He's not ready.
I definitely saw, practice squad, but I didn't see much from him in the preseason games. And camp was going up, but in them games, he was getting turned every now and then.
Eric Scott is not ready at all. So y'all better hope the guy goes. Our depth after Bland is looking real shaky. It's looking real shaky. Because you got Eric Scott and this Noah kid, who I know they said he had the best preseason of his life this past season. So I'm like, but y'all better hope he's something.
Hey, do you think? When I'm surprised, I ain't gonna surprise. Do you think that Redwine would have made it over Scott because he was having tackles out there in preseason?
Well, Redwine's a safety, right? Though.
Oh, that is right.
Yeah, he's a safety.
I thought he was a DB.
No, he's just Redwine is unless they moved him back to be because Redwine is a safety. And but you know what? I do forget that they do play Israel in a hybrid role. So Israel is quarterback and safety.
So Redwine must be.
We got 2 good depth pieces. Yeah, we got Redwine. I don't think they were always going to value. Shout out to Boss Cowboy. They always going to value sons over bastards. So Redwine was not going to make it over Eric Scott. His draft pick, he wasn't.
Yeah,
but I think
that's a great point. That's a great point.
But I think Eric Scott could have been on the practice squad because he didn't really do much at all.
Like I was so proud of his camp, but to see, after the first preseason game, I was like, he just needs more time.
Right,
and then into being nervous, like, okay, we give you another shot, but in game 2 and 3, like, and you still get turned around against the Raiders.
The game is too fast for him right now. And I told y'all, I didn't like Eric Scott's film coming out of college, so I'm not shocked. So we just have to hope that this Noah guy, first of all, we got to hope that we have limited injuries.
Yeah.
But you do have 2 good depth pieces. You have Deron Bland and you have Israel Mukuamu.
Yeah.
But after them.
And speaking of, I don't mean to cut you off, but what do you make of them playing Izzy so late in the Raiders game? Because he was playing like, I think fourth quarter.
I don't know. I think it just came to a depth issue because it's like,
okay,
who you gonna put? Somebody gotta play.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like, and I guess they could have put, and maybe you're just trying to give Israel. Thank you, Dola. I think you should get Israel more snaps. Because remember, Izzy really didn't. He was like sprinkled in here and there. Same thing with Marquise Bell last season. I think he was like sprinkled in a couple of games, but he really didn't have Israel. He was thrown into the playoff plan.
Yeah,
And
Tampa game.
Shout out to West Coast Cowboys landlord and Henny the Moore, HTM Sports, because they did that interview with Izzy where Izzy was like, no, because we was all thinking like, dang, this was Dan Quinn's like secret weapon, and he was
they were planning.
Yeah. Izzy was like, no, bro. He was like, literally, Dan Quinn didn't even tell me I was starting. He said J. Ron texted him and said, hey, you up next week versus the Bucks for the playoff game. And we just lucky that Israel McCormick showed up. So I think they're just trying to get him more reps. Get him more reps as possible because they're probably trying to, really get him having a role.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I was just because he made a play. He made a play late in the game, and I was just like, it was like, I think it was like late third quarter. I was like, okay, good job, Izzy. But I'm like, at the same time, like, wow, Izzy playing pretty late. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah. I think they just trying to give him more, like, get him up the game speed. That's how I would call it. Because I knew he wasn't gonna get cut or nothing like that. I think they're just trying to get him as much reps as possible. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. And then everybody else, Wanye and stuff.
He turned up. Yeah, he got his spot.
He turned up. We knew he was gonna make it.
Brandon Aubrey, of course. Brian Anger.
Brian Anger.
What Trey Sieg or
Trent Sieg? Trent Sieg, our long snapper. And my opinion on Brandon, the kicker guy. I think we're gonna roll in with him. Yeah. But if we just figure that he's too shaky during the season, then they'll bring in a veteran. But I think they're trying to give him. I think Mike keeps saying they really like him. I think they're trying to give him just confidence. Yeah. Because you don't want, if you bring in a veteran now, he goes right.
I mean, maybe that's what made him kind of shaky with the competition with the other guy.
He's not taking a crap on himself. So it's like, let's just.
If he feel like he got the job already, he would just, okay, I got it.
Right. Let's try to give him confidence. But because he did miss some kicks in the preseason. So if he does, if he start messing up, then we'll bring somebody else in. But we're gonna try to give him confidence and see what he can do. And then, guys, here's all the guys that we added back to the practice squad.
Herb Boswick, Josh Butler. He turned up in the Raiders game. I love how he played.
He did. So I'm glad that we brought him back. Right. Jalen Cropper. Many people were high on him.
Yeah. He was doing punt returns. I was surprised.
Yeah. Prince and Fan, I'm shocked because Prince didn't do nothing in the preseason.
Oh, nothing, girl.
I was too, because y'all know his brother or his cousin, I think, is Noah Fant.
Yeah, Noah Fant. Yeah, I was surprised. Like, I ain't gonna say nothing because they said he's making some catches in camp, like in the end zone. So he did have some looks, there. But it's like
in preseason, they just didn't really play him much. So Seth Green did more than him, and they cut Seth Green and did not bring him back.
Right. So, okay.
Whatever, I don't know. CJ Goodwin, of course, y'all know we always gonna keep CJ because he signs back for like $1 million. Yeah, he's like 30 years old. Brock Hoffman.
They brought him back for the line. Of course, our depth is starting to look good. They said he was looking good, playing center. Of course, I believe he also gets snaps at right guard. Is it?
He's terrible at guard, but we need centers. So
all right, hey, we need that. Yeah, but we had no centers. That's really what I was surprised about.
We said Farniak because Farniak just wasn't good, and Farniak said he ain't coming back to our team. I'm like,
he was done
because he wasn't good. He was not
good. Done. I'm like, what they? I was just surprised to see him cut in the first place, honestly.
Yeah, but
Malik Jefferson, like we mentioned earlier, these two kind of shocked me. Darrell Johnson, Tyrus Wheat. Like I know he lost land, but I think shout out to Isa Morrison. They're saying that they had a little bit more stock in Wheat. They were saying that they've got
Wheat I saw Wheat last week at training camp. He's huge. Yeah, he looks like a 3-4 defensive end, almost like a defensive end, defensive tackle. He's huge, so I could see that, like why you would value him more because. Dan Quinn
was a little bit on the slimmer side.
Small. Yeah, they love. Dan Quinn loves his hybrid players. So he was definitely. He's big. He's a big guy. So I was like, wow. So I wasn't too shocked. Alex Taylor. We already talked about Sean McEwen, Cedric Redwine,
Byron Johnson.
Alex Taylor Priola, I really liked him. He always looked good to me, but I mean, he wasn't.
Yes, I think he is excellent depth for that line. Oh my god.
Yeah, he looks very good to me. Now I know, of course, he's playing like the third third string and stuff like that. But he always looked good, and I think he got promised just to be a depth piece. You know what I'm saying?
Right, especially with still coming back from that injury. Hopefully not going. Of course, not going to. Hopefully, he's able to stay healthy, able to come back strong. But that right side could use some help. Like being able to have Bass and Taylor Prelude on that right side, just being able to back them up. I think it's just. I think it's just crazy how we were able to speak of our O-line depth, because I think we're just 2 weeks ago we were talking about how nervous we were. You know what I'm saying? About
yep, we were extremely nervous, but now our depth seems pretty. It's just because that's what the preseason is for. It helped us get some reassurance with some guys who were concerned. We had question marks, but now the preseason we don't have question marks. We're good with them.
Of course, waiver claims. Of course, like we talked about, we lost Isaiah Land to the Colts. Of course, I don't know if you guys, if anybody have been catching up. We lost Jabril Cox to Washington. Dennis Houston was to the Giants. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of,
they're going to go to our rivals, but that's okay. I think it's smart because Washington needs linebackers, and Jabril, if he really has healed from that leg injury, he's going to be on the field. Because they lost their middle linebacker, Cole Holcomb. Washington, they lost Cole Holcomb this past offseason. I think he went to the Steelers. And they still have good linebackers like in Jamin Davis, and I forgot who else they got over there. But they definitely need linebacker help. So I definitely see Jabril, like he could push if he's back to where he kind of was before, when he was in college, coming out of college, he can definitely get on the field. And same thing with Dennis Houston. You went to a that's high wide receiver needy. And Dennis Houston, maybe, I don't know, maybe he feels like, because sometimes you can get more confidence if you feel like I have less competition. And I think Dennis Houston, from like what he showed in this preseason, he could possibly be on the field for the Giants.
I'm not to talk about the Giants, but I was surprised they cut Sills, because I know he was dropping some passes out there, but he was catching some.
The Giants need wide receivers bad though, and they need wide receivers with hands, because that's what got them last year. Darius Slayton dropping big touchdowns. Who else was dropping balls? That other kid. I forgot his name, but he was dropping and fumbling and left and right. I'm like, they need some sure-handed wide receivers. So if Dennis Houston can catch some consistent balls for them,
that's definitely a key for him. He's definitely consistent.
Yeah, exactly. He's consistent. He did crap his pants versus that Bucks game. In the Bucks game last year, but honestly, we didn't have much,
Right, exactly. Yeah. Of course, we got Sean Harlow from the Giants, a center / tackle, just some more O-line depth, of course, that we can use.
With versatility.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, we traded Kelvin Joseph
to Miami. And bro, like, if I was Kelvin Joseph, I would be so lit, because it's Miami. First of all, Miami music, first of all, he's in it. So you now, even if things aren't playing with football, now you're in a place with high music scenes.
Right. Like, that's what he wanted. I'm sure, and more exposure. I'm sure that's what he needed.
More exposure. And then he also gets to play, he gets to compete for that nickel starting spot. And you're over there now with Jalen Ramsey, Xavier Howard. Like, to me, they did right by KJ. They did have.
He's gonna go get some speedy receivers in practice.
Yeah, he's got. Front office did right by him, because I think Miami is a great place for him to be. Seriously, like if I was him, I would be like smiling from ear to ear, like
I'm sure he dipped out of there.
Yeah, he was like, whoa. Because you never know. Oh, they traded him to Detroit. Right.
It's one right.
It's like we outside, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We city boy. So I wish you well today. I was really hoping that you made the squad, and I was gonna riot if we had cut you, but you know what? We traded you.
Yeah, we got something
for a need. I wish you the best. I hope you can go out there and turn up in Miami for sure.
Of course, we got the IR move we talked about earlier, Matt Walesko. He's like they say he can miss, 4 games, maybe a little bit more. It's just I think during this time they're gonna take a look at his shoulder, see what he's got to deal with. Hopefully he doesn't have to go through another, hopefully that won't be another situation where he has to go through another surgery. Hopefully he'll be able to work, be able to work it out. But if it's a situation, hopefully he can just go ahead, knock it out. Like, if that's the situation, same situation as last year, just go ahead and get the surgery over with, so that way he can work through it.
Yeah. It's like this boy's shoulder made out of glass. It just
for it to be the other shoulder now, it's like
it makes me concerned that like he may not make it in the NFL because he just can't stay healthy.
Yeah, right. Of course, Josh Ball gonna be out for the season, so that could just be.
With a hip injury, I'm like, dang, what happened? But like,
me too. I thought they took him out because he wasn't playing so hot.
This could be another semi situation where they just stashing Josh Ball.
Yeah,
like oh, he's hurt for the season. He's not really hurt for the season.
Yeah,
we can't put
like how they did with Simi. Like he just kept being stashed on IR.
Right. So they're like, we can't. Because are you just with Josh Ball? I know y'all think he sucks, but like Josh Ball is huge. He's like 6'8", and he's got good power. Like especially somebody's gonna pick him up. He's not just gonna sit on the practice squad. I know y'all think he is, but based off of the film that he put out, like as a guard, like somebody's gonna pick him up and try to develop him. Like,
and he was improving.
Right. You just can't teach. You can't teach 6'8". You can't teach huge arms. You just can't teach that. Like you try to develop that talent. You try to get as much out of it. Here's why they didn't just say, all right, you're not a tackle cutter. Because it's like he's got these traits. And y'all know our coach, Mike Solari, when he was on the draft show, like during the draft, they were asking him, like, what's the one thing that, like, you love above all? And he was like, size and length. Because you can't teach. You can't teach size and length. Jay Word, you hear what I'm talking about right now? Size and length. But that's all it's here. Size and length. Exactly. 6'8". You cannot teach somebody who is y'all gonna do a record prediction. I did a record prediction already. Go to my channel. It's called List. Go to my channel, see my game, see my my video I did. Yeah, it's called It's List Season, and I did my record prediction for the season. So yeah. But yeah, and Trent Sieg, Shuma Ndonga.
Yeah, and I'm surprised. I don't even know. Hopefully, maybe they see something in him, but he wasn't playing that too well in camp.
Before in camp, yeah. So I don't know. And what about Ronald Jones? What's he doing?
I don't know. Because he came back to practice like before. I'm sure he came back to practice a week before the Raiders, but he didn't even get. I don't even know if he dressed out for the Raiders.
No, he didn't. He didn't dress out for the Raiders. So I'm like, is he just?
Actually, I think I did. I forgot what I was listening to. I don't know if it was Hanging with the Boys or some show I was listening to. Something I was listening to earlier, where they said that they're going to end up because he's going to be suspended for the first two. Remember, he's going to be suspended, so they're able to stash him on some list, like a reserve list. So
okay, he's on some list suspension. Okay, because I was like, what?
So they're able to actually keep him, and then they said they're going to be able to, look down the road. So when those games actually do come up, be able to see where we are with the run game, and then decide what to do with him later. So yeah, he's actually going to be here. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Okay. Well,
hopefully he'll be able to get healthy and work behind the scenes, because they had practice today. Of course, we saw some pictures earlier, with Trey Lance out there, and red,
Right. Well, hopefully he's able to get back. I don't think he's touching the field over any of our running backs, so he might get hit, but
right. And main thing he's going, he's up against, Malik Davis trying to get a spot. He's trying to get
he's trying to get a practice spot, which I already told y'all that. I told y'all Ronald Jones wasn't gonna come in here and do nothing.
Right.
Y'all trying to tell me he's gonna be running back too. I'm like, are y'all on crack? But anyway.
No.
Are y'all on crack? Like, we talking about the same Ronald Jones? Anyway, I think that's it, right? That's all we had today. Yeah. So we're gonna give y'all almost an hour and a half of content tonight.
Yeah, fire show, man. Like, man, it's been a crazy week. Like, hey, man, we ain't used to this kind of news. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's been a lot. It's been a lot happening, but y'all, we need to get prepared because our season is here.
Yes.
And we need to be focused on the season because we have a chance to win the Super Bowl this year. Please don't get. You know what I'm gonna say? Y'all keep making your videos and stuff, but starting next week, next Monday, we halfway through this week. We give y'all till Saturday to just keep grilling over Trey Lance. But starting Monday of next week, can we please focus on the season? Let's focus on the season that is at hand.
Yep.
Let the media heads talk about Trey Lance every week.
Right.
I really don't want to see multiple videos on Trey Lance and hearing about controversy. Let's focus on this season.
On the Giants, yeah.
If you're a real
Cowboys roster, see who we going against. We could. Depending on their depth, we could see. Not saying he's a threat or nothing like that. We could see Dennis Houston week 1, depending on what they, what they stab.
Correct. So it's like, listen, guys. Sorry.
No, you're good.
But it's just like, listen. If we are, I have to charge my computer. But if we are Dallas Cowboys fans, like we say we are, we should be worried about winning a Super Bowl this year. And what happens in 2024 and 2025 season, we can deal with that when it comes. Well, we got a whole season to play.
Yep, and we got a QB1.
Right, and we got a QB1, and that's not this year. We don't know if he.
Yes.
We let's decide. We done made enough shows about this. Did he get no trade clause? There's a trade. Right. Jerry wants this. Well, look what Jerry's saying. It's like, all right. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna give y'all till about Saturday to get it out of your system. Starting Saturday, Sunday, but starting Monday, let's please, for the love of God, focus on this season, please.
Yes.
And let the 3 and 4 letter network talk about Trey Lance every week. That's what they're gonna do. But us, all my new media, that's what y'all call us now, all my new media brothers and sisters.
Yeah, shout out to the new media. Yeah.
Shout out to the new media, right? Shout out whoever made, I think Boss Cowboy and J Tuck came up with that name. I think
Law Nation.
And Law Nation, yeah. So I would ask all my new media brothers and sisters, like, please, let's I get it. Trey Lance is a new shiny car, but let's please focus on this season.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot, like I said earlier in the show, it's a lot riding on this season for our team. It's a lot.
Yeah. I think these players. Not saying they're worried about it, but I think these players know it. Like, we see them speaking on it all the time.
Yes, they know it.
We see
Micah and all of them working so hard. They know it. They know it. So
they're fighting for it too, and they want it too. They win this year. They were actually playing for it, y'all. So imagine how they feel.
They gotta win this year. They know that. Yeah. So
they hear it too. Dak may not be online, but he knows what everybody.
He knows. So let's just send positive vibes to our freaking quarterback because he's our franchise. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And y'all got to ask yourself this. If the Eagles got Trey Lance, you think the Eagles fans will be taking a crap on Jalen Hurts and making 20,000 videos about Trey Lance? Like, no. Like, at some point, exactly, Nisi. Mm-hmm. We just saw what Dak did as a freaking offensive coordinator. Like, let's please have faith in Dak. Please, for the love of God. Right. That's all I'm saying. Please have faith in him. And if, Trey Lance is the future, then we'll figure that out in the future.
Yeah. Right.
But we are in the present. So let's focus on the present, please. Right. All right. That's all I got to say.
Right. Now, shout out to everybody coming through. Like I said, this has been a fire-ass show. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button, share the Twitter, share the YouTube, share the IG. Let everybody know that we just gave y'all some fire-ass content.
We sure did. We gave y'all great content. Please
our boys.
Have our cash apps here, $. You see Mickey's, you see mine. So please donate to the channel, guys, because it just helps us do fire content and go to training camp and, like I said, get better equipment and all of this type of stuff so that we can bring y'all better content. Yep. So, please just help us grow our platforms, guys. We appreciate all the love and the comments. Really makes
thank everybody for coming through.
Right. We really appreciate that for you guys rocking with us tonight. And, prayerfully, we'll be back next weekend. Talk about our game versus the Giants because we opening night Sunday night.
Yes, ma'am. Right, Sunday night. Like y'all know we gotta come back with this
Sunday night. Like our season is here, guys. I'm trying to tell y'all, like our season is here. Mm-hmm. Let's focus on our season. Like the season is here. So anyway, all right. So we got for y'all tonight. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, thank everybody for coming through. Hope everybody enjoy your evening, get some rest, rest up, rest of the week. Thanks again for coming through, you guys. We appreciate y'all.
Y'all have a good night.
Have a good one, y'all. See y'all later.
Yeah.